Hi, my name's Jade Rose and I'm just starting a drawing today, so I thought I'd show you that initial stage. This drawing, you can see there's already stuff on the canvas, and that's because I had something else on there from years ago and I wiped it down, and I love starting like that because the more you have on the canvas, the more you have to work with, and there will be all these natural interminglings of energies from before with what I'm doing now. So the only stuff I've done so far are the red marks. And I'm painting this amazing cat from, she's Instagram famous, and so I'm doing her portrait. Her name is Mycia, and she has this amazing mustache. So I am starting with red because she is a bold cat, and I'm actually looking at a black and white photograph, but the thing that this cat has that makes the thing that is her thing is her mustache. She's got this amazing little mustache, and there's just something really bold about her. So it makes, when I tune into her, when I feel her energy, I just want to be bold, and the red feels super bold, and I will definitely tone it down a bit, but this is where I'm starting. So I'm doing the darkest darks first, and I'm doing the darkest darks in red, which may seem crazy because red is not dark at all, but it's, I often put reds in the darkest areas because then the darkest areas kind of pop. There's something warm. So I almost never use pure black. I sometimes use pure black, but not immediately, And if I was painting instead of using pastels, then I would never, I never buy black paint. I always mix my own blacks because a black can be a really warm black or a really cool black, depending on what you want, and you want to mix that yourself. So now I'm coming in with a mid-tone. So I started with the darkest darks. Now I'm coming in with a mid-tone, and I'm going to kind of edit the shapes of my darkest darks, which are right now incredibly bright. And when I find that I need to fix a shape, I will do that immediately. That way I remember. So I pay a lot of attention to the negative space, right? So the negative space is the background, and the background tells you where the foreground goes. The background influences the foreground. The negative space influences the positive space. We are made up of shapes and space. So as I'm standing here, there's my face, there's this triangle here, and then there's this black shape, right? Without this black shape, this doesn't make any sense. If you take these apart, you know what I mean? If you pull apart these shapes, there's not as much sense being made. The reason my face and my hair are shaped like this is because of these shapes back here. So if you're trying to draw me, I would suggest get those shapes first. If you get these right, and a basic circle where my head is, then you start to have a full picture of coming out on your drawing. So there you go, my darlings. Like and subscribe.